Om. Namaste. Welcome everyone to Satsang today. And welcome, of course, to all our friends again who have been joining us over the season, are still here today to participate in Satsang via internet. So welcome everybody. Good to see you, and good.
Namaste, Master.
Namaste.
Now I see although I watched your video, I loved your teachings, talks. I practiced what you pointed. Now I see that it was all done keeping a safe distance from you. There was always a distance, a wall, trying to prevent me from getting to you,
To prevent you from what?
getting to you,
Getting to it.
getting into you.
Yes, yes.
But yesterday, somehow, it lose its strength. Yesterday, it started melting.
Yes.
I saw that although I loved to listen you every time, but also it was, I think the mind was keeping a clear distance from you,
Yes.
not giving a chance to dissolve in you.
And this is important thing. You are seeing something very, very crucial to what has obstructed the flow of your own spontaneous existence. Because the mind itself, out of bad habit and false concepts and so on, has somehow succeeded until now to distract your attention away from what is really permanent in yourself, you know? And somehow, because this kind of psychological mind, we create some kind of relationship with it where we sort of believe it because it has been homegrown, you know? It grew up with you like the weeds and the true plants are growing together and they get intertwined somehow, you see? But because of your own satsang or your earnestness to find what is true, something begins to come more clear. If I give the example myself also, as you notice, I've had some sort of coughing for some time, and I went with Dr. Sharon. She took me to a good hospital to take a look, had some examination. Then I have to take some antibiotics. I take antibiotics. I'm also taking some other tablets for something else, but I take these antibiotics. No? And then somehow it feels I have some foreign body inside my body, isn't it? Something feels is not true. Something is not belonging here. No? It's supposed to be good somehow, to some extent, but I don't want to live with it. I just have maybe 2 more days to put up with it. And then I have to get rid of him. One time, your ego is going to feel like antibiotics in your body. You can't cope with him anymore. You have to find you have to get him out. It becomes like a foreign agent inside your being. And something just feels, you know, this is not anymore, you see? If you come to that stage, then already it is an auspicious stage, because it means that there's not any future for your ego. You see, it's not future, because you cannot. It's like a bad marriage. You know, how long you can keep it up, of course, no. But something feels, you know, no, it's not working now. And this is what is happening. At a certain point, we are not able. Everything. Some people, they say also. It's like everything I think is wrong. At a certain point, everything you say seems like it's untrue. Everything you think, it feels like it's not true anymore. You see? And it feels a bit, you feel like, what is happening? Something has to change now, because I'm in a crisis stage. I said, don't worry, this is good. Your being is burping out what is not flowing in harmony anymore. And trust this also. So when I hear from you speaking like that, I see, you know, your own inner sky is clearing somehow of the mist of this distraction. You say something is preventing me from actually meeting you, There is a power inside that seems to work to keep our attention fixed only upon trivial things, to keep you in the mode of ego or personality, always thinking about things which are not important, giving so much energy to what is perishable things. And as soon as you somehow it arises in you, this search for truth, this kind of battle becomes almost intensified. And then you begin to recognize, what is this? Then you come aware also of what is called ego. That there is a force, an aspect within ourselves that seems to work like that. Then also there's a contrary power that is more pulling to go again into the heart and to be more in the heart space. Every human being will know this at different stages, you see. And then gradually you come to be aware of another power, you see, which is neither these extremes, but in which these extremes are also observed. And that is a great discovery. Because from that seeing place is not trapped in the bubble of any condition. This you are discovering. And great is the day when a human being discovered this thing. A day like today. When you're discovering that, you see. There is a seeming option, not to go just with the mind and conditioning and play the same whole patterns and, being caught in the net of the hypnosis of conditioning, you see. But a power is in you, a capacity to see with detachment, you see, and to feel the power of your own presence, of the real presence in you. And this is what is emerging more, Once this comes up like this, don't be so patient with the serpent mind. Yeah, you will chop him, you see. Now you see this now, how much distance between us now? Is it reduced, or is there some more distance is there? What is it?
No, the distance is now, I think, no. The distance is, until yesterday, I didn't know there was such a distance. Until yesterday.
Yes.
But yesterday, it started melting. Its strength was broken down. Now I see that we are coming closer. Now I see that I am moving closer to you.
You're moving?
Closer to you.
Closer. Sounds good, no? Closer is good. Huh? But something is there that even observe closer. And also observes the sense of relief that we are coming closer. Don't be so much in that, because it can feel like, oh, this is so good. Now I'm getting closer. But still, there is a sense of separation. Is that separation real, is it? Yeah? We could normally wait and say, let's see if tomorrow you close the gap even more. Let's see, we have one more day. Maybe tomorrow we close up to here. And then maybe Muji blesses me, maybe I have. But I'm saying even now, there's an awareness of this seeming closing up, closing in. Yeah? What would happen if suddenly something happened and you're back again? Oh, no. Oh, I wish he hadn't said that. Is it? So, I am pointing out that this kind of thing is happening very often. The whole thing is a little bit of a hoax. In one way, we have strong aspirations, strong desire. Oh, yes, now we are getting closer. Oh, yes, please, it's coming good, you see. So, this seems authentic, and many people, we purchase this. It feels actually the gap is closing. This is very good. Satsangs is very good. The gap is closing. Huh? Does Muji recognize any gap? Significantly, you see. There's a believed gap. So, am I going to be on your side and says, very good. I hope tomorrow will come even closer, you see. I'm saying, no, right here, there is the awareness of gap and the sense of distance and closing in and the feeling that, oh, I feel so happy for this and all of this. Don't buy it, actually. There's something which is not apart to be brought together. And this yoga of existence is, of course, it is in the play. I can say these things to you because somehow the environment is sufficiently receptive to allow me to say this. In another place, maybe I cannot say this. Not because I'm afraid of the people or something, but because there isn't the receptivity. And the consciousness will somehow prepare what is to say, and it will also prepare the listening. It is working together like that. Now, I wonder if you follow like that. That there's a sense of closing, and of course it is part of our culture, it is part of our belief, it's part of our conditioning, that there's really a gap. I really feel I'm separate from truth, but I have an interest, and I'm getting closer and closer. I'm coming in. I'm landing. The wheels are down. I'm coming in for an approach. It's beautiful, isn't it? Feels nice, okay? But what happened if somehow they call from the station, they say, oh no, we have another plane landing, sorry, we have to stay up in the air a bit. No, oh my God, there we go again. And so I see. So, you see, there is something which is not in the bubble of this beautiful or ugly play. Observing of this is taking place also. This is the significant pointing that is being made in satsang. It is the mind itself has taken up another position, maybe a higher position of mind, a clearer position of mind, maybe a sattvic mind, that's saying, now we are coming closer. Oh, thank you, Jesus, thank you, we are coming in closer. Very good. But it's still in denial of its unity. That unity is always there, even beyond the concept of unity. There's a oneness, it is always here. It is what is. You see? In the play, there is the coming together. Two things have been separated, and now they are yearning for each other, and this yearning is pulling them together. Okay? So that's something that almost everybody will feel, of course. And I don't want to dismiss this, because there are many beings for whom this is also a significant experience. And it is like, oh, please don't take this away from me. I want to be in, okay, please, enjoy. But there are others, I can say, this coming together, no? Something is aware of the sense of coming together or pulling apart. That which is aware of the sense of coming together or coming apart, is that together or apart or any of this? You follow my question?
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes. Be in that place. You answer from that place. Otherwise, you will give it to your mind and your mind will speculate. No, answer from that place, because that place is. It is already self-evident in your statement in saying that I can feel that since yesterday something has changed. The mind until then was somehow playing a very strong role to distract my attention, to prevent me from really meeting you. Okay? But something happened yesterday, and this power of persuasion or distraction from the mind, somehow it's weakened. And I find that we are coming closer. I say, oh, this is very nice, you see. Why not just leave it, Muji, and just let it happen naturally? Let us come together naturally, you see. But Muji is saying, but actually we are one already. Now something may feel, it's like, you know that, but I don't know that. Please let me enjoy my coming in. Okay, it is fine. But can you follow me, what I'm saying? Do you see that if you understand that there is already this place where in this particular scenario of meeting will also become something of the past. You may experience a sense of meeting and a sense of separating again, because that's not a reliable realm. Understand? Greater than reliability, is that which is untouched by the movement of the interrelated opposites. That I refer to as pure awareness. And you are that already. But there is some reluctance, a sort of energy of disbelief or something that makes that also feel like that's for later. But this attitude, that is for later, or I'm coming to that, is also a thought that is now has been given priority again, and it is also a form of distraction that creates even further separation again. Do you follow what I'm speaking? If you get this, it's worth 100 points. If you don't get this, then you come for the coming together. It's good, very good. 20 points, very good. Coming together. Don't reject that. Let that happen. That is a genuine response happening. But don't be waiting for that. You understand? Don't be saying, oh, okay, now I'm very happy, I'm very good, I'm growing closer and so on. Don't, I would say, they have a saying with the computer people, they say, what's the word you use it now? Don't render that. They say don't render it, means don't staple it down. Don't seal the deal. Okay? Let that happen. It's a natural feeling. In the dynamic consciousness, that movement is beautiful. Is a coming together, okay? But at the same time, pay attention to the consciousness, which is not coming together because it was never apart. It is always present. This is the most significant discovery. Stay as that. Let the dynamic play also happen. Because you're also experiencing the world of the dynamic consciousness. You're feeling your senses. You're experiencing the sense of relationships and all of that. But also, there's the deeper space, which is untouched. This untouched place is the sage's abode. The more versatile space, the dynamic space, also, this is the life, which is becoming more sattvic, less rajasic, less tamasic, less heavy, becoming more light because it's taking the darshan of the unpolluted state. I don't want to spend too much time talking. The best sadhana is immediate, meaning as you see, as you hear, something checks in and see if it resonates, and there's no sweaty work with it. You're just understanding, and this understanding is destroying delusion. It's burning all the delusions, you see. Then the mind becomes quiet, spacious, you see. Not intimidated by the play of the life force and the mind, the psychological mind. How does what I'm saying to you feel in you now?
Yes, it's I understand it. Actually, today morning, there was a thought that this is also an experience only, and it will be something else tomorrow. And but I saw that I am really very much vulnerable right now than I was yesterday.
You're very much what?
My vulnerable. I'm a bit. I think I am a bit less in the grasp of mind right now.
It is good.
And I came here to hear the last instructions.
And this is better. That's good, this is better. You see, this is the attitude. This is the attitude that is going to win yourself back. What I say, win yourself back, in a way. You have not said, okay, leave me right now, Muji. Let me just enjoy my lunch of this feeling of closing the gap. No, you're saying, actually, something arose in me today whereby I felt, but this is also experience. It's also experience. And it is likely to change. The only way I can give it the sense of stability is if I take some psychic photograph of it and I keep the image in my mind. But like other experiences, it also changes. What is that in you that does not change? And from this unchanging place, the truth will be grasped, you see. And so you say, now I've come actually for final teaching. What is final teaching? Meaning after this, no more teaching. Is there any such thing like that? It must be the thing, you see, that it puts every question to rest, you see. Yesterday, a few friends were sitting together, and they say, I cannot, all my questions, they're fallen. I can't find question now. One man here also was making interview with me. Yeah? And he said, actually, this is important thing. He said at some point, we were talking, and then he said, actually, it's not following my plan. The interview is not following now my structure. And this is what happens, because something starts to happen inside me, and then we are going into another space. And I don't know what to do here, because I'm a little bit lost. You see, here I'm in the structure. The mind seems to know what it needs to do. Yeah? But here now we are in a free zone, and I'm not so comfortable with this. I say you must let go into this more. The mind is calling you back. Come on. You know what you need to do here. Like that. So will you take that step? You see. But don't just listen here, feel here also. What does final teaching mean? You are having it now. I say that coming together is a beautiful feeling. It is also thought-based also, and sensation-based. But these are not reliable factors, you see. They're happening in the mind, they're happening in the realm of feeling and feeling, so it's good. They are good, but they are not the eternal thing. What is that everlasting thing? What is that timeless thing? It is from there it comes the ability to see that is an experience. That is calling for me to wait for the gap to close and to meet. But that meeting is just a phenomenon that will be experienced in my mind. Is there something beyond this? Yes, there's something. You are beyond it. You, the witness of all of that, who then see that that is just a thought. So if that is seen as only a thought, what really is the true then? If this closing of gap itself, a most beautiful feeling, turns out also to be thought-based, what is higher than that? Is it not already where you are looking from? The habit is to keep looking for readings in the mind. How things are doing at the moment. Take the lid off, look. It's coming on nicely. That's mind. Then it looks like to make the leap from the mind into this is also another thought. You are this. Whether this can be accepted or not, then who is going to accept or reject it even? That also is in the mind. It's not an unending riddle, by the way. It can finish right here. Are we brave enough to be yourself? Does it take courage? Maybe it feels it takes courage to let go, even for a moment, you see, of this mind self, this idea we have of who we are, you see, which needs continuous nourishment. But I say not even let go, but see. See that if it is seen, you know, and what you keep seeing keeps changing, then why put your reality in the field of the changing? When the changeful can only be really perceived from the unchanging. Then if the question comes, how can I be the unchanging? It's a useless question. Don't buy it. It's a bogus question. You are already from the unchanging. Then you say, how can I become the unchanging, you see? And then if you believe this, so much trouble come. Who can become the unchanging? By what yoga, what effort, what siddhi? It's not required. The fact is already established and just unrecognized. After 5 weeks here, I have the right to speak to you like that. And you have the power to understand. Sometimes we have to experience that the door is closing, huh? And whether you're in or not. It's a little play. It's happen like that, no? And some people are waiting for the mind to really get it. I really want my mind to really get it. I said, listen, don't hold your breath, okay? You're waiting for the mind to become a very good mind, to really be nice, and to really support your search. You choose yourself, and the mind will have no option but to follow. But you ask the mind for help, and it will take you in the bush. We know these things, don't we? Did you miss my final pointing? Please talk to me now. I want to talk to someone at this point. It's a good point for a real conversation that must end into the ultimate recognition or a back down. You see? I like this. Huh? Be cornered. Either something bursts open into real understanding. I don't want to set up some kind of event, by the way. Or there's a backing down. I've seen lots of backing down, by the way. It's very humble when you go, thank you, Muji. You say, okay, bye. Very graceful. Okay.
Yes, I don't want to buy the mind tricks anymore.
Their future depends upon you.
Yes.
Okay? Okay. How will you stop it? You say, I don't want it. I don't want it is not enough. It's weak. You see? It's weak. I choose freedom of it, from it. There's more power. I hear what you say, and I see what you say, there's nothing to be done about that. My being clear in who I am has completely nullified mind's power. Thank you so much. That's it. Oh, very good. But I must not put words in your mouth. You speak like a victim, you see. We're seeking mercy from mind. We're almost saying sometimes, don't speak so loud. I don't want my mind to hear. You might upset him. If he's upset, he's going to do bad things to me. You don't exist, in fact. I can have some fun now, can now. I listen so much to what you say. I'm like, my God, I'm taking pills because of what you say. Can you hear what I have to say?
I heard. I heard what you said.
Huh?
I heard what you said. Yes. I got it.
I feel in this world, if I'm bold enough to say, if there are beings who are at the most auspicious place to burst open, to flower into real understanding in the human kingdom, it could be amongst somebody here, or a few here. Why not? More teachings you need than this. Teachings you don't need. Teachings are useful up to a point. Knowledge questions up to a point. Freedom questions, better. More urgency, more aliveness. Then stage beyond questions, no? So if you find yourself still asking questions after so long, be very suspicious about it. Because, as I said before, the truth is simple, but the seeker of truth is complex. If the seeker holds on to the seeker, it will keep on producing more seeking. And with promises like getting very near and or coming very close. You know. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Whoa. One second. Somebody, I was pointing somebody there before, no? This is the last 2 satsangs. I really need to hear something from you. Is it you?
Maybe.
Okay, let me hear you.
Okay, thank you. I want to talk about love.
About?
Love.
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 Yes.
It's too late. This is the freedom bus. The love bus left early today. This is Freedom Bus. We are just about ready to lift off now. We are coming. I want this type of question. Love comes, is it is a bonus. Get the freedom, that the love will come with it.
Yes, I know. Enfin, I don't know, but it seems to me that with love you can have many freedom.
In love, what happened?
In love you can have many freedom.
Yeah,
But
only one.
Actually, I don't know about I don't know about really what is freedom, because it seems that there is no freedom at all. So
It feels that there's no freedom at all.
like even to love someone, you have no freedom to love someone. It's happened and that's it.
Yes. This is why we best leave it. And go for the freedom. And then let freedom give you the love, send you love. Then it will find a very good love for you. Because if you choose love for you, it very rarely works out. If the ego chooses love, then it very rarely works out. Mostly after 2 or 3 years or something, which is quite a long time actually, and trouble start to come, things start to come. It's still ultimately consciousness give it, but you know.
But I feel that I feel like this coming from a freedom. I feel like it's a freedom question. There is no. I don't know where I'm going. So that's the first point, and I'm sincere. And I think yeah, we are wasting our time if we don't love.
You can't love. Puppy love you have. You cannot love. You only love when you're free. When you're not free, you trade. You trade. You want something back. You want something back. Love becomes business. When you love from ego only. If you have some awakening inside you, an awareness of what is true, it empowers love, it purifies it, it raises it to a higher state. It brings consciousness and wisdom into love. Love by itself needs wisdom. Wisdom comes from that urge for truth. Together they will produce some good fruit. As I said before, if you are searching for love, don't look for the object of love. Look for the source of love. When you find the source of love, you will find the beloved there. And you will not have any complaint. No trouble will be there for you. So until then, this type of love is more destruction, sometimes more trouble. Let him come. Let life offer you love. Bring you to some. Don't go looking. Don't even go looking. Because if you go looking for love, it's almost something a bit desperate. Love is not looking for you. Love is trying to avoid you, actually. You say, he's going to abuse me. Because you'll wrap your ego in it and it will become something different. I'm sorry I speak like this at the moment. This is why I say go for the freedom thing. And in that you'll find all the love to satisfy yourself and a love to encompass the whole world also. And still within that love, the other expression, the more localized expressions of love, the love for a partner, love for your children, a love for something else, that is born inside that great love. But mostly we look for little love, person love. And it is okay, it is also there, it's part of who we are, it's in the DNA of a being that love seeks expression or something. But I rather focus on the thing today. Be free. Be free means be free of need, even the need for love. When you're free of the need for love, you may find that you are love. But if you have need for love, you may not find that you are love, because you'll always be needing. And the worst kind of love is a love who is always needy. This is no good. If you're a needy lover, you'll become a vampire. You suck all the energy out of people. You must be able to be without love, without the search for love, without the need for love. Then love pours out of your pores itself, without effort. And makes very much beauty in this world. If I say you are love, you may disagree. Or you may only enjoy it as a poetic expression. Okay.
I think.
Think, we don't have time to think today. I think about it, really, honestly, I'm trying to address you. That's why I ask you, is it you? Is it? Is it you?
Yeah, it's me. I'm sorry. It's
Okay, so ask me if the question, if today is your last day in this body, where do you stand in this?
I'm standing right now in front of you, and
Yeah.
I wanted to feel to speak about love, because I think it's an interesting topic. But yeah, you can love, but
No. No. At the moment, love is on hold. Something else has to come. Okay, we can talk about and say, yes, love is the same as this and so on and so on. But I don't feel it from the energy of what you're presenting, that you're really talking about love I am talking about. I feel that maybe there's too much romance in that. I'm not talking about romantic love. If you have real love, will bring you to freedom. The love for truth. If you love for truth, it will supply every other thing that love requires. Will be satisfied in that. But if you go for love, the kind of love between person and person, we're already in the dark a bit there. We are on higher ground right now, so let's not stay there for now. These things will come. They will come. They will sprout. When you are established in the heart, what I'm pointing to now, those flowers will grow out of concrete, even, if they need to come. But if you put the human energy on this right now, I don't feel anything for this. You see? So let's just, please be present, be here. Let me have some question that is something to do with something really more alive than that right now. It may not sound like this to you. You maybe think that it's the most important topic in the world or something, in a way. And in a way it can be. But at the present moment, the way that it is being coming at the moment, I said, let's wait a minute and see if we can come around another way to satisfy what you're asking.
okay, I can also feel that you are not really ready to talk about it for me right now.
Yeah.
So whatever you want to speak, it's your satsang, and please excuse me for making lose your. I mean, it's fine. It's perfectly fine.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, very good. Can I have you for a minute? Yeah.
I am. I really don't want to listen to that thing that is avoiding. And I feel like coming here. I'm taking a stand against that.
You don't have to make a stand against your mind. You don't have to do it. I'm showing you an easier way than that. Because this type of mind mode it's been something that has been somehow, like I say, homegrown. So this is an old game, in a sense. So to don't get into any street fight with your mind, because you will lose, basically. I want to show you something much more straightforward, much more simple, kinder, and immediate. It is already, there's a truth in you. It only has to be recognized. And I'll show you what it is. You speak about the mind, it has a very strong influence. It seems to sometimes go against your will and stuff like that. It creates environments that are very unpleasant. We say like that. I say the psychological mind, no? Not talk about practical mind. Practical mind you need for doing things. It doesn't leave a bad smell. It's just functional mind. But this psychological aspect of the mind, no? It cannot intimidate your true self. It cannot influence your true self. It can only intimidate or influence an idea you have of who you are, which is not true. It can only intimidate your self-image. What is a self-image? It means that thing which you're calling yourself, which is always changing. It is not stable, it is not true, it's not reliable. But it is all we feel we know. And I'm going to prove it is not true. Yeah? This field, the mind is playing like that. And it's playing against the idea that consciousness has created about itself as a person. This is the only play where trouble comes. Where a problem can be experienced. Is for the person. All problems are personal. Okay? It's a way of perceiving based upon the idea and the identity. I am this body. I am the sum total of where I grew up and what I was taught to believe is true and who I think I am. That is what creates the sense of a person. And lots of things are going to attack this person, you see, and it has to be so, and it is a good thing that the person gets attacked, because if it didn't, if the person got everything it wanted, it would be a horrible world. It would be a horrible world, and there would be no aspiration for truth. If the lie was all pleasant, there would be no aspiration for the truth. So the fact that sometimes your world has to crash is the chance at your freedom to go more deeply, to go beneath the surface, the superficial expression of consciousness as a person, which we can spend a whole lifetime on this plateau of being a person and the miserableness, I think, of a person. And yet all the time, you are the pure self, undiscovered largely. So, again, to this point, I don't want to be again caught in this play with this what my mind is saying and where it seems to want to go, and sometimes it doesn't really want to come to satsang, or it's afraid of you, and whatever it is. No. Then I said, but what are you going to do with such a mind? Then I say only this thing: you are aware of it. No, you're aware of it. But very little encouragement comes to tell you the power of awareness. Sometimes you're told the power of observing. This is an aspect of awareness, of the functional awareness, is to observe with detachment. But even if you don't feel detachment in the beginning, as you observe, detachment enters into the functioning. Just naturally you're observing, you say, but wait a minute, all these things are coming and going, I don't have to push them away because they go by themselves. And each time a seeing occurs like this, a space remains behind that is untroubled. And within that space, there is a sense of peace and a kind of resolve in it. That's the power of observing. And you're asked to do that even now, you see. We identify like a reflex already because you've done it before. You want something, you want something, your mind wants something else. Who is this you and mind? Now, it's going to be very difficult for some of you to keep your concentration when I speak like this. Because it's as though you are undoing a knot. Huh? And there's resistance coming to not undo this knot. Because if you undo this knot, your mind will be clear. And if your mind is clear, this psychological mind cannot dominate you. So when it comes to something like this, a kind of introspection or a deep looking, as you're looking and something is allowing, you can feel resistance, but you feel something is allowing, a heart opening to this, you may go, these things start to happen. There's kind of a releasing of some locked energy. It starts to come like this. And still that is also looked, and there's a freeing up of space. I'm going to show you like that. Just you look. If you identify, it means that you are in for business. You're in the play already. No? Then if you're pointed but you're observing this, then suddenly it's almost like you're out of it again. When you're out of it, again space, and the power of that thought is immediately loose. It's weak. When you identify, it feels strong. And then you think, but why is it doing this, Muji? And why is my mind so strong? And I say, but strong for who? For who? And, oh, wow, what was that? You see, in fact, and experience out immediate like that. This delusion can take you over like that. Just like you drink some alcohol and you start to slur. You are slurring in your being because you are somehow in this kind of state. Then I say, but that state is something sees this state. Be in this just the seeing. Is the seeing suffering? And then you must confirm what? No suffering is there. This little twist of redirecting your attention from identity to perceiving identity from no identity. This is all. The whole thing collapses. This all mischief making, identity, everything collapses. And again, you're in clear seeing. But to come to this stage, there often is some resistance is playing. It's playing in many different ways. It is playing. But sometimes in satsang, it plays most strongly. You see? So when I see you, the same faces over and over after 4 or 5 days, I know you're winning something, mostly. Because if your mind doesn't succeed to get you out of this place in 3 days, then you stand a chance to break this spell somehow. It's still playing because there's still some energy going there. There's still some charge. And so energy goes there. And when energy goes there, it somehow energizes and gives a sense of reality to this mind programming and all this thing. As soon as I say to you, but that's just a thought, and you are the witness of this thought, a kind of clarity comes again, if you hear it. So there's a sense of a stepping away of it. This exercise must come to you, and it's coming through satsang like that. In a short time, you'll be amazed at how much unclogging can happen. Just through observing like this and confirming, but I cannot be the thing I'm seeing in that way. Then gradually you come to say, but what is seeing all these things? What is experiencing all these things? So this is the power and the effectiveness of inquiry. Now I put it to you now. You say like that. I see my mind wants to go. I don't want to go with that. What have you understood from what I say? You only have to see your true place. When you see from the perspective and the position of a person, it's from a weaker place. It's from a vulnerable place. This is why you're a bit afraid of the mind. The greatest victory over this psychological mind is when it has no significance for you. Like you don't have to transcend something if you have no interest in it. So you're only fighting with what you have interest in and believe in. Please say something now, Ami.
It's not real.
What are you experiencing right now? Honestly.
I would have to call it space,
Space?
but not really. Some sort of very light, very tender, very tender.
Go beyond this tenderness, this joy. Yeah. What is experiencing even this joy? From where the experiencing even this joy is there. Don't tie yourself even to joy or to anything at all. You're only witnessing this sensation. It's okay. Be only in the witnessing place, without pictures. So that if the joy suddenly changes and becomes the sorrow, you will only perceive it, you will not suffer it. Can you perceive without suffering?
Yes, these things are just
How you
playing.
will perceive without suffering? Without identity. No real effort is required. Just redirection, just directing your energy, directing your attention. No effort is required, you know. As I said, if we're listening to a band play, and I say just listen to, listen to the trumpets only, then the trumpets come into focus. But you didn't ask the band to play softly. Just your focus can do that. You didn't go there and ask anybody, please slow down, I want to listen to the trumpets. No, you are just able to do this. This is the power of consciousness. The same amount of effortlessness is required to see what I'm saying. Stop identifying with the thing you're seeing and be in the place of the seeing. What should take effort? Just a shift, a twist of consciousness, a twist of attention, and you're here. Are you sweating over it? Not at all. If this is not clear for you, then you're making some mistake, because it's very simple what I'm pointing. Don't create, don't imagine, just look. Clean looking. Don't give any power to your mind. That's where your mind took power from. Okay, you go and sit down for a little bit with this and just focus, like I say, on this the space that is here until it is totally clear for you the simplicity and effortlessness of what I'm pointing. When you discover this, put your hand up again and maybe I will talk to you about it. Because it has to be the most easy thing I'm not telling you. If there's resistance, it is coming from the mind, and the resistance is also seen. And the minute you see this, you say there's a feeling of resistance is coming, but okay, I will say to you, do you want to give some power to it or not? No, I will not give power to it. Boom, it's finished. Exercise your power properly. This thing you have to see, is it? Who wants to talk to me about something? Okay, you come to the microphone. If I don't like what you're going to say, I'm not going to keep talking with you. I'm just going to tell you stop. No, because we are short on time. Somebody will come. Okay, you speak. If it's... Yes. Okay.
It's a deal, Muji.
Yeah.
I want to get on the freedom bus.
You want to?
I want to get on the freedom bus.
On the freedom bus?
Yeah.
You are on it.
Okay, I want to
You're
drive
on
it.
it,
I don't
okay.
want to be a passenger. I'm fed up with... I'm fed up with being patient. I'm British and I've been waiting in line for too long and I just want to be there now. I just want that freedom. I've been looking for it for years. And I didn't know what it was until I got here. And then in satsang with you, I've been here for 3 weeks. I've been getting all these wonderful feelings. And now I feel like it was a bit of an illusion that the mind's been making me believe I'd got something that I haven't got. And now I just want it.
Yeah, you don't have to get anything. The mind can promise to give you something, but it's going to give you something you don't need. Yeah. What you need, you have, and you are, okay? So you don't accept any promises from your mind. I am not promising you to give you anything. I'm showing you where your completeness is. You see? We are grown up to listen to the mind and this and so on, and you know, this, if you do this thing and so on, this is a serpent's voice, and it belongs in this world. You must transcend it. This is the name of this game here, transcendence. You must transcend the influence of the psychological, your psychological aspect, and because it is as though the mind has hidden your real self, and is now promising you, come with me and I show you how to find it. Mm-hmm. You see. And we're, okay, around the corner? Okay, let's go and take a look at the stuff. But your real self is here, like that. And this is what I'm pointing. No trick. You're looking for your glasses while wearing them. This is what I'm pointing. But something doesn't believe. Don't say, touch. Okay, it's like this. This is the most direct thing. This listening to the mind, something is listening to the mind. Mm-hmm. There's something which is listening to the mind, you call yourself. You know, I keep listening to my mind is telling me all these things, you know, and I just can't get away from it. So this I, yeah, you assume to be a fact. We assume this I to be fact. Your parents did before you, and their parents before them. So why should you question tradition? Huh? The whole world works on this currency. We all talk, you know, I went to this school, yes, I graduated from Cambridge, and this is my parents, and nobody questioned. You see like this, no? Except here. So I said, well, yes, okay, that's what you have done, but that's not what you are. What are you? What are you? So the mind seems to be influencing someone, making someone's life hell. Yeah? And this someone you have addressed is me. My life is giving me hell. And I've seen people whose life is hell. Okay? And yet, it's an illusion. What can create this? One, this person who is suffering from the mind. Okay? Can you go inside and find it. Is it tangible? Look now. Go to use the suffering feeling or the confusion feeling, the fed upness feeling to find the one who is fed up. Find the one who is fed up. You know, I've had enough of I. I've had enough. This I will introduce this I who has had enough.
It's really here.
Huh?
It's here, right
It's something
in my
here.
heart. Yeah.
It's something here.
Yeah.
Okay?
Very, very strong.
Say?
Very strong.
Very strong. Very strong sensation here inside is this suffering place. Okay? Inside the suffering place, is there like a mini you suffering there? Really look. Don't imagine. Go into it. Who is there? Who is suffering there? Something is aware of this, this energetic presence of identity suffering and almost becoming fetal in its reaction to it. But there's an awareness of this. So I may ask you one or two questions only. One is, can you identify the sufferer? Is it something tangible? Could you say, take a photograph of it? What does it look like, this sufferer?
No, I couldn't. It's a feeling.
It is
It's
a
a feeling.
It is a feeling that has been given a kind of personality or an identity, yeah, which is based upon the feeling, I am this body. So it's the me body feeling that is suffering from all these things. But go now to just the awareness. There's an awareness of this. From the awareness, the responses are coming. The responses, the ability to perceive the mind and all this nonsense, and even the one who is saying, you know, why is this happening to me and why can't I get out of this? I've asked you, can you identify, locate, and introduce this person that we all speak about? Can anybody find this person? Then you say, actually, it's more a feeling than a person. Okay, the feeling is there. What is aware of the feeling? That which is aware of the feeling, is it a feeling?
No.
Just be in the awareness place now. Let the feeling be there. Don't create any story around the feeling.
Okay.
You know, other feelings are going to come as well too. But just let them come, like clouds are coming and going and going. But the sky is not complaining. So you are in this, just the awareness place itself. Okay? So feeling was there. And when the feeling feels most loud, it feels very personal. It feels like, you know, I feel trapped. And it says, who is saying, I feel trapped? I have had enough. Who is speaking this thing?
Yeah. Despite the feeling, I'm aware that there's something else. I'm aware.
You're aware,
I'm
you're aware of?
Yeah.
Apart from the feeling you're aware
Yes.
of?
I'm just aware.
You're just aware. Is the awareness itself suffering? Can it be attacked by thoughts? Can the awareness be attacked by thoughts? Is there any person in the awareness itself?
No.
Yes, okay.
No. Sorry.
Okay. In the awareness, the feeling of tears are coming. There also an awareness of tears flowing.
Sorry.
No need to identify. Eh? The tears don't have to be given personality. Yeah. Huh? This is good. You see. You're not supposed to be laughing. You're suffering, no?
So actually, I have to blow my nose.
You see, how can we trust her? You see, she comes. Look at her laughing now.
I'm oh God. I'm just.
We want to hear about your suffering, darling. What has happened?
I'm just laughing because there was no way I wanted to stand up on a mic and blub and be on, have people around the world watching me cry.
Say.
I'm just laughing because there was no way I wanted to be up on the microphone crying on camera. Did you understand me?
No, I'm having difficulty hearing clearly from here. That's why I'm struggling a little bit, Yeah.
I didn't want to be up here talking to you on the microphone, on camera, with hundreds of people, thousands of people around the world watching me crying.
Yeah. Yes. Is that what?
It's not so bad.
But are you crying?
No, not now.
Yeah. So I want to find out what precisely are you? What when you say I now, what is it? The suffering person that is changed somehow and is now here become the happy person, or what is really here? Have you switched from being a suffering person to now happy person? Or is something more profound than that? Because these are alternating states. There's awareness of them. I want you to report from the awareness itself. Does awareness have any condition? Because these kind of ideas and these waves of emotions are going to keep coming. They come, they come and come. And as long as a sense of identity is there, they will have something to work with. This identity is like Velcro, no? Is the feeling, and it's like something there. But even so, all this is only an appearance in the awareness itself. I'm asking you only to stay as the awareness itself. But everybody is reporting about what's happening in the mind. I say, but it's like telling me reading yesterday's newspaper or something. It's not real. It is just a feeling for now. You see? And when this feeling is here now, we try to convince other beings that it is real. But in a few minutes, it's gone. And then the whole family shows up to help you because you are suffering, and the suffering is over. And they said, but we came here, and he said, no, actually, that was just a wave. Isn't everything just a wave? Everything is just a wave. Huh? That in which the waves are seen, is that a wave? But there's a belief. No, but nothing is happening there, and something has to happen. So we are still looking for happenings, special happenings. Enlightenment happenings, all kind of happenings. We can't give the habit up. I ask you to look from the place of the awareness itself. You see? But almost the mind says, but what's the point of just being awareness? There's nothing to report. There's nothing happening there. I can't have a life which is about nothing. So there's a lot of little resistances are going to come up, to distract your attention from its natural place. So this is why everybody's juggling. Even while you're eating, you're juggling. You can't juggling. Because, we venerate activity, and thought, and dream, and projections, and so on. The world is completely become claustrophobic with so much thoughts and intention, and this should happen, and so on. But you're aware. I'm only asking from the awareness itself. And some are getting it. You are getting it.
I think when I said to you a few minutes ago, I'm just aware,
Yes.
that was true.
Yes.
And then when you questioned me, is the laughter, is that just something else? Then I doubted it.
Yes. So it doesn't matter. You see, the awareness has not moved.
No.
But doubt came, and doubt is believed. You see? The doubt came. Let doubt can come also. It is only another play, another movement. You cannot be intimidated by any form or any concept. It will come. You try this concept. No, not scared. Boo, not scared. Boo, oh, no, please. You know, like this. So it's just what you give importance to. I really want you to see this thing, you see? Of course, some things have been ingrained reasonably deeply, and it may take a while to flush them out completely. But something has flicked the switch already. Just like if we turn off this fan, the blades will continue turning for a while. But the power is cut. So gradually it will come to stop. What is going to cut the switch? Cut this umbilical cord to your psychological identity. Understanding, you see? And some other thing, maybe we don't know what to call it. You may call it grace. Because it is not just intelligence alone. There must come there must be some holiness must be in you. It's not just cold intellect. Yeah? Because it's not a lack of intelligence, really, only. It's almost like a kind of spell, a habit, blah, 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 blah. There's something must be there with you. I call it a holiness, maybe. Something that has a reverence for the truth, a love for truth. It's not a laboratory. Something burns doubt or sees through it. So that's only another movement, you see. But where the person is, then doubts can flourish. Even doubt has its place. Sometimes doubt is good in some situation. I don't want to cancel out anything. I don't need to. Let everything play in its right place. I don't mind. You only discover your true position. It is enough. And everything else will harmonize itself to that. Don't be going out snipering at things. You don't have to. You can, if this feels good. There is a season when you will feel like this. Any kind of crazy concept, you'll take them out. But it's not full-time work. Another moment you don't feel like this. You're in your supreme state, and things just evaporate in your presence. They can't come near you. But now it must be that you clarify and confirm your true position, as opposed to still that position where we're still identifying, yes, but I don't see why I don't get it, and I think I should meditate. And who is this I? I keep asking, who is this I, you see? And sometimes people are surprised. How can you ask such a question? It's me. I say, but me who? Go to it. And sometimes the ego feels insulted. Why are you asking me to do this? It's very uncomfortable. You have to burst this bubble. This is the womb of delusions itself. When the consciousness paints a picture of itself as a person and believes it is only that. It is okay playfully, but believed in the heart, that's what I am, then it functions as though that's what it is, and all this suffering comes in the world. how to end all this suffering in the world. See the ego for what it is. It is believed into existence. It has no reality of its own. It is shaped by belief and concepts. You see? I tell you only as much subtle things as is necessary to flick you back into yourself. More than that you don't need. They will sprout naturally, automatically. Even when you sleep, they will do that. Don't worry about that. But you try and understand what I'm pointing. It's simple enough. But when the mind force comes, it feels like a drug that takes over your kingdom, and it just behaves. It's like some hooligans come into your house and they just kick around your furniture, basically, and you just have to wait and just go cold turkey until they're ready to leave. Do you want to live like that? And yet it is a play. When you're not functioning in your true nature, in your true position, then all these calamities come, all this strangeness come. And it is good that they come. It is necessary that they come, so that the necessary aspiration arises in you to defeat them, to transcend them. Am I on my own when I speak like this? The most simple thing in the world is proving to be the most difficult. Difficulty itself is an illusion. Simple also is an illusion. But who will grasp that? Don't settle for relief. Don't settle for relief. Don't settle for any experience which is only momentary. You must discover the timeless. Either I'm speaking a lie or I'm speaking the truth. You prove. If I'm not speaking what is true, then just leave me right here and move on with your life. Spare yourself. But it can only be proved in you. You must tell me if it is true or not. Okay. I need somebody else.
Thank you, Muji.
Thank you. Who is coming?
I am here. I don't have to meet you. Because you are already in my heart, and all these words are just stupid now.
They are just what?
Stupid. They
Stupid?
are foolish.
In what way are they stupid?
Because what is inside cannot be expressed. There is not a concept to deliver.
Yes. Yet they helped you to find this.
Yes. I know that, and I acknowledge that, and I am very grateful, but even this is just a part.
Even this is just?
Just a part.
A part. Oh, good.
yesterday after the satsang, I just felt like I know the mind. I don't need that. I mean, there was a decision. I said this to a friend and she said, well, who is the I that says I'm dropping the mind? And in a way she was right, but there was just something inside and said, but really,
Yes.
there's no interest, there's no...
If you have understood, you can stop playing the Advaita games. You've understood, it's enough. Okay? Because if somebody start to play Advaita chit-chat with you, then you know it's all... okay, sorry. And drink your tea. That's it. Okay? You have done something, it's understood. Now, watch that you don't develop any arrogance. That's all. Just this, I say. Keep quiet. No? You have seen this now. You somehow just keep quiet. Don't develop any arrogance. Don't start to feel, yes, I did it or nothing. Just keep quiet. Let those dark clouds go past. And just keep quiet. Don't choose to share this with anybody. Don't choose to share this with anybody. When it is ready, that if it is wanting to express, it will express effortlessly. It will choose its place without the person. You stay like that. Because right at the most auspicious moment, either on the periphery of real discovery or just after, you see? Sometimes the greatest attacks will come. They can come subtly or loudly, doesn't matter. So this is why I say, keep quiet. Master say also, keep quiet. You don't know anything at all. You don't know anything at all. What do you think about so-and-so? I don't know anything at all. Just keep quiet. Not even keep quiet and waiting. Just keep quiet. Somebody asks you, can I take a cup of tea with you? By all means, let's enjoy, please. Whatever you have to say. But watch the Advaita tongue. Don't speak anything. And just quietly go. And just like this, we are coming almost to what we may call the end of the season for the moment. Some people are saying, well, it's a shame because now I don't know when I'll see you again. I said, if you've understood, then this sense of separation is over for you. This mischief is over for you. You see, don't go with your mind. Mind says, satsang finished on 23rd. But in your heart, your whole life is a retreat. If it has to be, whatever that may mean or not mean. Best, keep quiet. This is what I would say. Some people, they come to an awakening somehow, and they start looking for people to show off, to demonstrate. And in a short time, they lose their light somehow, if you can say that. And you may think, but how can they? But they do. Because as yet, not grounded in it. You see? So this is why I say, arrogance is the first snake you will come. Watch him. Just keep quiet. Like that. What has happened with you? I am happy because it has to happen. It has to happen that beings have come. So many people have come here from all over the world. Many people have had to make sacrifices to make arrangements for their children or their family or their work just to give the time for you to have your satsang. It is not an unselfish thing you have done. It's the most kind thing you have done. Because when you clean yourself, your world becomes clean. So you have dedicated this time, use your time well. Of course, I'm happy that beings come like this and they are sharing. Yes, it is something is clear now like this. Okay, it's good. Wherever you go on this planet, anywhere, I am not worried for you. I am not worried for you. And I'm happy as much as possible. Come into this natural awakening. Why should it not be? It is there already, not something you have to create, but that understanding somehow happens. It just happens. The doubts fall. The distractions become meaningless. Trying to control the mind, it just seems like ridiculous. Why? What harm can it do now? You see? But don't be arrogant about it.
Yes, because the doubts come, and I was even thinking yesterday, oh, let's see if tomorrow is going to be the same or not, and then I understood it was, oh.
Yeah. It is sometimes when people come to this place of seeing, I say to them, no, you go home, get into your sleeping bag, zip yourself in, okay, and don't come out. And just sit in your contemplation. Marinate in yourself. Okay? It's not time to come out. Stay in there. You understand? Not literally, you know. It's getting hot now. You don't want to get sleep back. But somehow go into the cave of your own self and sit in it. Be in there. Don't have any plans. Just be in that. And then whatever somehow is inspired in your body to do, you move with this. No harm will be done. But don't listen to anything that comes in here. They tell, oh yes, you know, you got it now. Very good. There are people waiting for you. And just shut up, keep quiet. A very good thing. So that your understanding is complete, not stillborn. Born still, not stillborn. Stillborn means something happened, it dies right there in its birth. No, not this. Very good.
I just feel like saying, I think many people around are like this. Just they didn't understand it. I don't know how to say
Of course. You know what she said? Many people around are just like this. Yeah? But something has not quite recognized. This is, you know, I say sometimes to people, you know, you're happy but you don't know. I say, what? You're really happy, you're alive, but you don't know. So then if I don't know, how can I be happy? This is the point. You have to come to satsang. Your life is full of grace, full of abundance, but you're living like a beggar in your own mind. Like the fishes in the sea are dying of thirst. You see? More than come, hear what you say.
I just want to bring you love from Cape Town, South Africa, before I start. I've been fortunate to have a number of phenomenal experiences.
You've had a number
A
of?
number of phenomenal experiences.
Okay.
My body arrived here Wednesday this last week, but I have been in Cape Town listening to you since the beginning.
Yeah.
And I had the most beautiful experience 2 weeks ago, where the grace took me beyond the awareness into, through the inquiry of who sees this awareness, into a place where everything was within me.
Everything is in you.
Yes, and I became everything.
Yeah.
All life was within me, and initially I couldn't move because I was afraid to lose it, but I started moving around and it stayed for 2-3 hours, and I was about to go to sleep, and then I was too scared to go to sleep, and I was aware it's just fears. I was aware of thoughts, but the arrogance came. I couldn't stop myself from phoning my daughter and telling her, I got it. I feel it. I'm that. And she said, just marinate. So I tried to marinate, and it was a case of, do I sleep, don't I sleep? It's so exciting, what do I do, what don't I do? Surrender. But the arrogance was there, and I was aware of the arrogance, and I surrendered to sleep. And when I woke up the next morning, the first thing I did was I took the thought as real. Is last night still here today? The time became...
I missed something you said here. You think maybe I could move this box a bit closer to me or something? I don't know if it's loud, but okay, say, please.
The next morning, the concept of the experience became an expectation that I wanted to have.
Yes, yes.
So the person became real again.
Yeah. Yeah.
My question to you now is that became my gold standard. So now as I go into awareness, I'm constantly, and I know it's thought, but I'm constantly comparing this awareness to the past incident.
Okay, okay. You told me enough. Let me tell you something, because you say you went even beyond awareness. I say it's not really true. What has happened, any experience, no matter how profound, however sublime, they come to pass. Okay? That in whose presence experiencing is experienced and is perceived. I find a simpler way to say this. That even the most beautiful experience is perceived in the awareness itself. And that is unchanging. However, you have a massive experience. Like the whole universe, everything is connected with you or rising out of you. Okay. A super duper experience. Okay? But it also change and pass. Okay? And then what remained? Awareness. Awareness was there during, awareness was there before, awareness is there after, all experiences, no? Now this beautiful experience has taken place and something either wants it back or is comparing every other experience with that and saying, it's not quite. It's good, but it's not quite that. You see? Like that. And I would advise you, just forget about it. No one gives value to awareness itself. The common denominator of all experiences. Because something from the mind is still there, and the mind likes Hollywood, basically, It wants special effects. It wants, okay? In the Bhagavad Gita, he said that Lord Krishna, I was speaking Arjuna, and after expounding the most profound wisdom to Arjuna, and then Lord Krishna is looking at Arjuna. Arjuna looks a bit pensive. Then Arjuna says, beloved, I have one last request. Okay, you are my beloved devotee. What you want? Could you reveal your divine form? Could you reveal your divine form? Now, if there was any part of Bhagavad Gita where the Lord was likely to feel a little bit disappointed. It may have been such a moment. I have just shown you that which cannot be seen. I've shown you in your heart. After all of that, you want to see the end one. Okay, all right. Then what did he say? See in me all that your heart desires to see. Got it? Not what I am. See in me what your heart longs to see. So in a sense, then, maybe 15 arms and we want okay, but it goes, it changes, no? It changes, no? You want a miracle. Jesus raised Lazarus from the dead, it says, no? Spectacular. The guy was dead for 3 days in Israel already. Can you imagine? My God. Huh? The Lord comes, remove the stone. Lord, are you sure you want to do this? Yeah. You sure? Yes, Huh? Lazarus, come out. Body comes out. Out, huh? Yeah? I don't doubt this story. Lazarus, come out. Yeah. To die again, no? They say Lazarus still living somewhere, in Kashmir somewhere. And no. He also died again. So every experience which is phenomenal will come also to some kind of end. The mind is looking for a kind of phenomenal experience that will be eternal. It's not possible. It's not necessary. Okay? It's not so great. Suppose God appeared in front of you, okay, in some form, and was just there, blazing. And immediately, ha, 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 ha. And then tomorrow he's still... So, yeah, what, now you want to put your legs down or something? Will you be able to bear it? Does he have to do this for you? Supposing some divine being appear in front of you, says, my child, I've heard your prayer. You long to meet yourself. I am the highest being in the universe. I heard your prayer, and I've come to fulfill your prayer, to see your perfect self. Behold. And then you see, so, oh my God, I'm tremendous. My God, look at that. But at a certain point, you will have to say, but it's great, but how can it be me? Because I'm here looking at it, no? And I mean, as for yourself, I saw you coming. I was here already. I saw you coming, no? Will you stay with me forever like this? I don't know. My own master asked Sri Ramana Maharishi when he first met him, he said, can you show me God? Sri Bhagwan said to him, God is not an object to be seen. God is the subject, the seer. Huh? What are you talking about? God. Because my mind only has been used to the idea of some object which I will see. And still we are continuing to look for some object. Even though you read Advaita, you read all these things that, God appears through forms, but is formless. And all these forms are the embodiment or the objectivization of this power. Still, somewhere inside, we want an experience. Now, this beautiful experience has come. It's beautiful. Don't reject it also. But the awareness which was there, has to be there, to enable this vision or this experience to be seen and tasted. And no one give any respect for that, any acknowledgement for that. And this is the thing that I'm pointing, you see. Any number of things can come now. Once you have realized that somehow, you may see beautiful things and they say, oh, it's very beautiful. But this is unmatched somehow. And yet it has no form. How are you going to say this? While you have a form, you are attracted to forms. When you realize the formless, you're free. You can still enjoy the forms. And even their changefulness, you will not suffer. You'll understand the nature of things in the manifest world is that they are subject to change. And that's natural for the manifestation to be changing like that. So what I would say is that grace brought you an experience like this, but it took place in the awareness, as any other experience can come. Now you speak of the experience as what was, meaning it is past. You cannot speak of awareness as was. It is. It is not in a time frame. You see, this is why I say, time says, all that you wish for, all that you perceive, all that you think or imagine belongs to me. I devour everything. None can devour me except awareness, from where I myself take birth. You must find that awareness itself. It is not apart from you. When you find this, then every experience can come. Beautiful ones, why should they stop? This whole manifestation is the demonstration of the majesty and the power of consciousness. But you will not cling to them. And why should you? You see, this is not a statement of arrogance. It is the most healthy thing. You see? So don't dismiss the awareness. Anyway, nobody can dismiss awareness. You see? It would be like, as I said before, the characters in a book dismissing the author. It's ridiculous. Even their dismissal is written by the author. So be this awareness itself. Or I am not giving you a command to do something when I say be the awareness. You already are the awareness. But that needs to be recognized. The self is not an event. If there is an event, it is the event of the recognition of the self. You see? So don't cling to any experience. Don't cling to any experience. Not long ago, a group of people came to visit here. They came here. I think they were from, where were they from? Romania? A group here. So they've been traveling around India. No? And I said, oh, you've been traveling around India. Oh, when did you come? 15 years ago. There's a group who's been traveling for 15 years in India. And now they came to Tiru. And as they travel, they make a kind of magazine each month of their travels. It's been going on 15 years. Also, Muji's in one of these travel books as well. Now we're going to see Muji. And they come. So we met, no? And I said, I'm fascinated. 15 years you've been traveling. Yes, you travel. There is about 20 of them that is constantly in the group 15 years. And there are others who come and join when they can make enough money and they live for a year with a group and they go back make more money like this. But this group is moving around like that. Okay? Then they came and they wanted to know, Muji, how did this happen? What happened for you? What happened for you? We want to know. So okay. I shared my story with them, how this started for me. And they all listened like this. And then after, their leader say, that was very good. It was very good because we could just re-experience it with you. That's so beautiful, so beautiful. Then I said to her, wait a minute. I said, for me, I don't give any importance to that now. I'm not here to reminisce about what happened. I am here now. I am here now. So if you have been traveling around, meeting saints and sages, just to hear their story so that you can kind of, and then, okay, good, next one, we go for another one. Then what is this? It may even be an avoidance. And also, they said after, the group leader also, she wants to meet again with me, but alone. Because none of the people in the group asked me question. So just, This is something going like this. And I see this is the mind. Are you just looking for an experience? Sometimes people is looking for a spiritual experience. They want blessing or bless. Very good. But you're searching for freedom. No, bless. Okay. So, or they say like this, They'll come to Rishikesh. People invite me, please come to our ashram, and please come to my ashram. But have you come to satsang or no? Why you want me to come to your place? Oh, which blessing. I said, no, greatest blessing is to be in satsang. So I am bringing these things out at the moment like this, so that we don't fall for any of this thing, even the most beautiful experience. There's something greater than the most beautiful experience. What is this thing?
Now.
It is your true self. Don't be an experience junkie. Because everything comes and goes. Maybe we enjoy this, and if you enjoy this, I will not try and stop you. Enjoy. I'd rather be with somebody who is enjoying their phenomenal life than to be with some miserable devotee. If you're out there enjoying your life, oh man, hey, I enjoy also, I enjoy. Huh? You say spiritual, I don't know anything about spirituality, man, but just like, so I say, I enjoy it, look at you. Than to see some devotee who is, oh my God. I said, no, please keep away from me. Huh? Because you have to be finding this. If you find this, you are in joy.
Yeah.
In fact, this is the real meaning, to enjoy yourself. To be in the joy of yourself. And of course, beautiful experiences, they come, but you're not running after them. It's just like somehow waves of illumination come, insights come that are so, I cannot tell you what they're like. An insight that bursts delusions. I cannot tell you what it feels like inside your being. You have to find out. It's incomparable. Huh? When you search for the sense of a center or a person, and none is found, and yet there is something here you cannot define. I cannot tell you the joy of this, but it does not fade. I cannot tell you the peace about this. It never departs. I cannot tell you, oh, look, I want to tell you about the love of this. No, it is unbroken. Oh, the life of this. I heard about the eternal, and I found this. Eternal means unending time. And then I discover timeless means beyond time. Find that which is beyond time. It is here now. It's not a belief. When you are here, you will see it's not a belief. It's not a belief. It's not a practice also. It's not a practice. Has no labels, will stick to it. Huh? At best you can say it's yourself. It's you beyond you. You without you. Huh? You know who is you without you? He goes by many names. You notice one? When I say you without you, he goes by many names. And is beyond name also. very happy that you share this thing, and it gave me a chance to speak a little bit about that, because it will not be uncommon for many of you to have experiences similar to what you've heard. Now, things may come and may happen, and don't have to identify with it. You're not being disrespectful to not identify. Let it happen. Allow room. You did not create it. Let it happen. Feel the power of it. But know that it is experienced in awareness, which does not happen. While we are holding on to the sense of identity, we venerate happenings. But as you discover more and more your formless being, happenings are not a big deal for you. This is why my master there's a book in his name, it says, nothing ever happened. Now, who must you be to say something like this? You have a body, senses are functioning, intellect is functioning, memory is functioning, all these things, but still something says nothing has ever happened. Many of you know this clue already, because it's becoming more alive and awake within your own self. So you come completely in. Don't let any experience hold your attention too much. It is beautiful, but let it be. Yeah? Something is greater than that. But it doesn't know it is greater. It does not have the concept of greatness or smallness.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Very
Thank
grateful.
You. Okay. You go beyond the name also. Go beyond the name. We were talking a bit, and myself, I am not good at remembering people's names so much. From a young age, they cannot remember the names. People introduce 5 people and then can't remember. So, but in my country, we have a way of saying, sister. Hello, sister. Hello, my brother. How are you doing? Yeah. Hello, uncle. Everything is cool. Uncle is fine. Auntie. Hello, grand. Is like this. It's a great thing, actually. Yeah. A lot of people. Hello, grand, auntie, so on. But also, when you're in another stage from this, people greet each other with the name of God. Ram. Haribol. Shiva. My Lord. Of course, you don't take it personally. You're just calling that. It's beyond the person name, beyond local identity. The ego person, if he's called John, and you call him James, hey man, it's John. Okay, John, okay, take it easy. Don't tell me take it easy, Remember next time. It's John, not James. This is ego, you see? It behaves like that. But your true name is either I am, or no name. But still you can say, okay. You want to say something? Okay, let me hear what you want to say.
Hello, hey Muji.
Hi.
Thanks for talking to us. We're a bit of a motley family. We've got a question for you, basically. He doesn't speak very much English, so he asked me to ask you. It's a question about seva.
Seva.
It's a question about giving to those who are in the most need. And we want to know if this is both the path and the place of beings who are in pure awareness. We want to know if we should give ourselves in the service of the poor and the desperate and the needy.
Yes.
We want you to tell us of the importance of using our pure awareness and our pure consciousness for the benefit of all, of our unending abilities to be and create love on this planet.
To be and what?
To be and create love, to share.
To share.
So, in the end, basically, I want you to talk to us basically about giving ourselves, and if that will take us to a place of pure consciousness, if we are in a place of pure awareness, if this is our duty to act for the benefit of all people.
If you're in a place of pure awareness.
Okay, not, if, when, like, excuse my language, okay, but I think you can understand the point rather than pick, sorry.
No, say then. I thought I was being accurate.
What I'm saying is when we realize pure consciousness, when we realize that we are already there, is this not now our duty and our responsibility to act for the benefit of all people? It's not like that.
It is not like that.
No?
No, it is not like that. That is still coming from some a very human. I've got to say about this, actually. We imagine, okay, now if we know that we are the awareness, is it not our duty to clean up this planet or to give or to serve other beings and so on? I am going to take a go at this question. I am happy to do that. We imagine from the human perspective that the purpose of life is to make sure that everybody has equal rights, everyone should be able to eat food, everyone should have a house or a place of shelter, everyone should give, and it sounds very nice in somehow. No? And very few people would argue it and say, even to be politically correct, they won't argue about it like that. But it is not the purpose of life. I am going to step and say that this. All of this, in fact, somehow, if this was what it is, then no one would really aspire for truth, actually. We make this planet very nice and so on. It sounds good, and I know I'm going to get attacked for this, but I'm going to tell you about it, actually. Because every part of it, sometimes also, I use a term recently, you must see the wealth in poverty and the poverty in wealth also. This ability must be there.
Could you talk to Karen, please?
No. Karen didn't write that. You wrote those words, not him.
Not to the people. You talk to him who has nothing.
No. You see, you are insulting him, actually.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, I am telling you.
I'm the only one protecting him.
No, let me tell you something. Maybe he can protect you.
Maybe. I think he does. He gives me, I receive so much love.
Yeah.
I know that working with him and being with him has given me, has made me arrive.
Yes. But let me tell you something also. I'm not unused to this also. I grew up in this kind of place, no? And I see a lot of people who come, sometimes well-wishers, or people come with this idea that we come to help these people and so on. And it's not as simple as that.
Okay,
I know you
well-wishers.
No, please, one moment
Nim
about
Karoli
this.
Baba.
Yeah.
If you want to know God, serve the poor children.
Yes.
Amaji, Mata Amrita Ananda May. The way to God is through service. I know this. Now, anybody here that wants to come afterwards and they would like to help, they would like to meet children directly, which they can give their time and their energy and their love to, and they can reach pure consciousness through giving rather than focusing internally on themselves, then come and have a chai afterwards and we meet the kids.
Yes.
And you too, Muji, you can come.
Yes, listen, I am not promoting, not working to work with people if this is something motivated in your heart. But to create this kind of thing, to say, okay, now we have done this thing, it's now our turn to do this thing. There are many kind of way in which one serves. Yeah. There are many forms of service. You have found something that touches your heart to do that. You are making a mistake, everybody should come and do that. There are many different ways in which service is rendered.
Well, I just think that people need to help the most needy. That is, rather than helping.
There are also many forms of what is needed. There are many forms of what is needed.
Who are, worried about, their own perspective of themselves.
I think it was actually one of these lamas, maybe Dalai Lama, who went to the United States of America, and he went there to raise funds or whatever for their own thing. And I think he said, I came here actually to raise funds for my own people and so on. But I see also, in many ways, you are poorer than us, in fact, because we are poor in maybe material things, but you are poor in spirit also. So there is not just this thing, okay, you have a certain thing about service. Service is a very broad thing. Life is a service also. In many respects, life is service. When you come into a pure heart, something naturally arises to serve. Not from, oh yes, I must go and save the world, but something happens, you do your bit, or whatever, as guided by the Spirit. Mm-hmm. But the feeling that as soon as you become aware, and you become the awareness, then the real purpose now is to say, I think you are misguided on this. It doesn't work like that. By all means, if there are people who want to work in different charities, by all means to do it.
Will you help this boy? He needs food, he needs a house, he needs education. Will you help him? He is here.
I'm sorry, I'm not falling for that. I'm not going in for this this kind of emotive way of putting things. Okay, because it is not like it is not like that.
What are you going to do then?
It is not like that. I am doing what I am doing.
What are you doing?
I don't have to explain this to you because you clearly don't see.
Well, I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you a question.
I don't feel inclined to speak. Your attitude is incorrect in the first place.
Okay, I think the same about you.
You see, your attitude is incorrect in the first place. Your way of addressing these people also is a bit incorrect. You think that you are approaching them, feel sorry for them in this kind of way.
I don't feel sorry for them. I connect with them. I go there. I hang out. Okay, I live it. Just go and hang out in the slums. I ask them, what do they want? What do they need? Okay.
Yes.
Same with you.
This is fine. You could have put the points you want to make, and in a way that people would have been probably much more receptive.
I know.
You brought this boy and stood the boy up in front to pretend. No, excuse me, please.
Because your guru says the way through God is to serve children. The way through God is to serve children, and you do not give this message to your devotees.
My guru is not Neem Karoli Baba, as you pointed. You have not done your research. The fact is, you brought the boy, put this boy up, and read this very sophisticated note as though he wrote it.
Well, no,
which is it's just your thing. I'm sorry.
Of course it is. Of course it is, dude.
But then be a bit more genuine in your approach.
Well, you would have ignored me, because I have my hand up for 2 hours, and you would have ignored me. So I used this to get my message across. Which my message simply is a little bit of time, a little bit of love, and a bit of service, and we can meet outside, and we can actually change some lives. We can make miracles happen. We can not just focus on ourselves. We can actually go out there and create miracles with us, and that will bring you to God.
Yes. What was God doing before you came along? I wonder.
I love you all. I love you all. I love you too, Muji.
Okay. Thank you. Please come.
All right. Don't touch my back. Well, I'm Michael Freeman, and I believe I'm an Earthling.
Sorry, I'm missing some words.
An Earthling, citizen of Earth. However, I want to start with a joke, actually.
I'm really not hearing at all.
You can't hear me?
No, I can hear the sound, but your words are not clear in my ears. I think it's to do with our speaker at the moment.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. Speak a bit more slowly.
Okay. So, I want to make a reference of 2 days back. I've been here, and you was mentioning that you probably come across people who you was actually trying to say, oh, I got you. I don't know if you remember what I mean.
I'm struggling. Should I bring him up to come here and to speak up here? Because
Shall I come up? I have no problem with that.
Just wait, we're trying to see something. I don't know if this tool is in the way, but the voice is not coming across clearly for me. Can you pull it over this way? Can it come over this way, maybe? Okay, please try again now for me.
So, can you hear me now?
Is anything coming through this?
I mean, I can hear myself, but...
Yeah, no, I can know, but it's not coming through here, actually.
Okay.
And this is how I hear clearly what is you are speaking. Thank you. Now I can hear.
Now it's going. Oh, okay.
Okay, thank you.
I hear some kind of an echo.
Okay.
However, starting from the start, I just mentioned my name is Michael Freeman. I'm an Earthling, and I will explain. I will come back to that. I wanted to point out 2 days back you mentioned that I see it as a kind of a joke, but you mentioned that you come across people who got you, like you literally said, "Oh, I got you," which for me, my understanding was like, okay, they are on some kind of a very similar level, or they find the truth, they find, they are kind of like the people who I would like to talk to. So, and I find that it's very unfair for the moment, your position, for you, I mean, because everybody who is here just come to take. They never come to give. So the discussions are no discussions, are only statements. You know, everyone says something which emotionally on some level, it's true for them. But it's not a question. I didn't see any question.
Okay,
I mean a real question.
just 1 second. You make a real question.
Yeah.
Yes.
You talked before about freedom and peace, which is something which cannot be accomplished from my point of view.
Okay, so from your point of view,
Yeah.
the peace and freedom cannot be accomplished.
If I can just finish.
Yeah, finish.
Yeah. Now, I want you to try to describe to me freedom or peace, whatever, it's nearly the same thing. So, just imagine an alien coming out of space, yeah, who don't understand borders, who don't understand nations, who don't understand currency, all these things which have some kind of a value or some kind of understanding to us. And you will have to explain to this alien.
I won't explain anything to him. You will explain to him.
Well, and why you won't do that? I mean, he come in a friendly way, not in any other.
Well, he can come to satsang also. I am not against aliens coming to satsang.
Okay. Now, okay, it's a bit more complex than just my, because you kind of cut me off on the question. I wish I had more time to explain the background of this.
I don't think you have much more time to explain the background of this, because right now I don't feel to talk with you about this.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Please come.
Namaste, Muji.
Okay.
I don't really have anything to say.
But you are an earthling.
Huh?
But I am what? The last man said he was an earthling. What is that? What is an earthling? You mean from this planet? Is that what he meant? No. It's something about, yeah, you don't have something to say. That could be very profound, in fact. I mean, if you don't have something to say, I wonder if it's because somehow we run out of things to say genuinely. No. You can genuinely, sometimes you find that some people come with a bunch of questions and somehow, mysteriously, unexpectedly, the questions have become redundant for them. Not just as a kind of emotional mood or something, but they're not able to feel any validity in those kind of questions at all. You can see that the mind has a lot of places to play, as the last two speakers demonstrate so beautifully. If you want to surf anywhere on the internet or whatever, you can go on with all of these things. We are not here for that. And so I don't have time really for engaging in kind of questions which for me just perpetuate stupidness on the planet, to be honest. But genuinely sometimes your questions do dry up. Is that what has happened?
What happened is that I feel absolutely peaceful and happy since long time already. And these last weeks and these last days near you, I could feel sometimes some fear coming, and I was ready to face them, and I could see them vanishing very like they had no consistency at all, one after the other. And it was so beautiful to experience because the more this happens, the more I get trust in life.
Sorry, the more what you get?
The more I experience this not having fear to face my fear.
Yes.
The more I get trust in life because I see this unreality of this experimenting in front of me. But this morning when I was sitting, a big fear came of am I able to come here or not? And it was really shaking me, and I felt I had to come to check if... and I see it's nothing.
Is it here now?
No, it's not anymore.
Exactly. That's the nature of things. Nature of mind is like that. Don't interfere with it. It comes, and it is like some aspect of mind is come, and it's like auditioning for your attention somehow. And if it doesn't get it, it has no other alternative but to somehow go back to emptiness. So sometimes too prematurely, too much hastily, we give attention to that. So if some fear is felt inside, you feel its energetic presence, don't rush to do anything about that. Just let it be a feeling and don't put any interpretations on it. Stay as the awareness itself. And let it, if it is about something, let it show what it is about. You don't have to go trying to explain it. And you will see that very often it just dissipates by itself. It is nothing at all. We have to be somehow strong like that because so many thoughts and feelings will come and they are not really worthy of your attention actually. If we give attention out of habit, you find that very soon your mind feels like a crowd. So just let them come and go, ignore them. And as you do and give more attention to your real place, you'll find that you don't notice these things. They have no reality. They didn't in the first place. We imparted some amount of reality through our attention and interest and identity that energized them. Without that, they are not. They have no reality at all. Simple thing, and you just have to confirm.
But that time when for a little while, that I believed in it, it put so much strength in it. It was putting like this is the last one, this kind of things. So I really wanted to check because you said come in and see.
Yeah, mostly nothing at all. It's nothing at all. You will come and see most things from the mind. It will grow into a big tree, fed by you. Your belief and identity keeps building the very thing that you become afraid of. You keep bringing your attention back to the awareness. I don't know how long I'll keep on saying things like this. I think I've said of it enough in the world. And those who will somehow follow it through use it to confirm your real place, you will be free in this life. Why not now also? That's all I will say about it. Because if we have to try and work through the mind to come to freedom, it's going to be, maybe that's why we've been here so long, somehow. We are walking on shifting sands. The field is always changing. It's a very unreliable, unstable realm. The realm of the body, mind, personality, conditioning, ego, all of that. Most untrustworthy. Wisdom is to see this quickly and to cut the juice to that and keep your attention conserved in the awareness itself. From here, your life will unfold in a new way, in a fresh way. Or at least it will be seen from a fresh perspective, a divine perspective, beautiful, simple, natural, harmonious. Okay?
And I also wanted to thank you because a few years ago, when I met you in Tiruvannamalai for the first time,
yes.
I had been with Papaji for sometimes 15 years ago, and it was still in my heart. But you really gave me something very important, which was because I had 2 children, and I had somehow the feeling that I was postponing my spiritual life, the time I was growing up my children, and then again would start, I could give myself to this spiritual life. And you made me understand that this was also bullshit from the mind.
Mm-hmm.
And it really changed my way of being with my children, because it was somehow, maybe very little, but some point was maybe upset from them avoiding me from that.
Yes.
And when I left that, they're just here also to help me to grow into that, and it's so much beautiful.
Beautiful. Thank you. Nothing stops you from realizing the self. Full stop. Nothing stops you from realizing your true nature. Nothing. But your own mind. Which only you will transcend. And all the grace in the life is with you. If your heart say, yes, I am open and ready for this. That will activate all the grace you need, all the support you need.
Thank you very much.
Very good. Will we have some music today? Like this? Very good. We are coming to, as I said before, the sort of the physical end to this season of satsangs here in Rishikesh. Those of you who feel that resonance inside for this, and I know that there'll be some of you whose lives are going to take a very different course, the most beautiful course. I'm very happy for this. My full blessing for this, for you. There's no need to be running hungry for more. It's not more. It is just being very present with yourself. You don't need more information, no? Because the mind can play like this, and more. Don't fall for that. But more that you follow the pointing inwardly, it brings you to a place of profound resolve and peace, a natural place in you. Stay with that. Stay with that.
Beloved Father, who dwells within the soul of my being, whose name is I am. Veneration to your holy name. Thy kingdom is here, thy will prevails throughout the earth as it does in the heavenly realms of my soul. Beloved Father, who dwells within the soul of my being, whose name is I am. You open your hands and satisfy the hunger of all living beings. You heal all hearts of sorrow until they in turn may show forgiveness to those whose minds are shrouded in ignorance of the self. Veneration to your holy name. Thy kingdom is here, thy will prevails throughout the earth as it does in the heavenly realms of my soul. Beloved Father, who dwells within the soul of my being, whose name is I am.
there are there are many things that is created out of the human mind, like a seeming sense of righteousness, which is not always true to the face that it presents. It is not always like that. And for a while we will fall for that. It's also part of this great play. And some things are not immediately clear until you have lived through them. Then it becomes more clear. This great misunderstanding somehow veils the true light that's in this world. And great arrogance also. Posing as grace and posing as compassion, but is mixed with a lot of untruthful things. One never discourages kindness, loving kindness and compassion. But it is not always the face that you see. It's true. And many of these people, they have themselves rejected God because they don't understand. May all who have come in search of real understanding and peace, a true life, whose heart beats only to realize the real, may you come to the swift realization of the self, authentically. May your path be bright, your wisdom sound, your mind clear. And may all those who encounter you on the way be touched, inspired by your own light and your wisdom and truth, and holy presence. And may the richness of the truth in all of its facets of expression shine clearly in you. So be it. Om Shanti, 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 Shanti.